Hello YouTube and welcome to GoGirlGaming's exploration of housing and crafting in the game EverQuest 2. Although an oldie, EverQuest 2 remains a goodie, with one of the most in-depth, robust, and unique crafting systems available in MMOs today. EQ2 also can boast housing content that is rich both in size, from very small to enormously large, to also very blank canvases to mesmerizingly beautiful canvases for the creative builders and decorators among us to truly thrive and really get into that aspect of the game. This series of videos will take us from the very beginning of a crafter's career in EQ2, which can begin as early as adventure level 1 and can be the sole focus of a toon. Crafting is leveled completely separately to the adventuring, and I'll show you that as we go along, but I'm going to have this toon do both because there are some advantages to doing both. For example, there are furniture drops from adventure quests. So definitely want to take advantage of that. However, if you already have tons of toons or plan on having tons of toons like I do, I already have quite a few toons because I like to do the various professions, then you can definitely have some solely focused on crafting and have your others that are doing adventuring gather up those materials, because one of the other cool things about EverQuest 2 is that you can actually buy crafting stations and put them in your home. And of course, all of your alts can have access to one alt's house, and then they can just go there, or since it'll be individual anyway, because housing can be very inexpensive, you can just put that one crafting station that they do in their house and just leave them in the house and let them craft. So lot of opportunity for people that are interested in the crafting aspect of the game, and that's what I'm going to show off in this series of videos. So let's get started. One of the other things I want to point out about EverQuest 2 with its in-depthness is, in addition to character development as far as fighting and adventuring goes, they also have placed some of that into trade skilling, and I will show you that here. First of all, I am playing a Ratonga, which is a rat-like character class, or race I should say. That's the race it is. And if I go down to the very bottom, in addition to some of her other attributes, there is a whole section that is dedicated to trade skills that I can select for her later on, and they are only available to her being a Ratonga. Now, all of the different races have these, and they're different for each race. So it can be said that there are benefits to choosing, just like there can be benefits to choosing a particular race to play a certain class. For example, Ratongas also make good mages, so that's why I'm playing a mage class with her. But the trade skills can also benefit from their race as well. So in her case, she will have an increased chance of success when performing crafting, and I'll show you why that's important as when we get to it. She also has an increase in the progress gain if I select that. Increase in metalworking of the caster by 5. She can also have a reduction in the power cost of alchemy reaction arts by 10%. And her skillful paws reduce the power cost of carpentry reaction art by 9%. Now, currently it is my intention to make her a carpenter, but we'll see if I change my mind or not once I get there. But that is generally what I want to do for this series of videos. So I'll probably just want to stay focused on her for this series of videos and make her my carpenter. And I do love playing mage classes, and I do plan on leveling her. This is my conjurer, and that's why you see the little stone avatar there, because that's her little helper. And the other thing I want to point out is that I have just started. This is the starting area in New Hallis. I have just started this toon. When I go into her character panel, notice she is a level 1 conjurer. If I take a look at her male panel, nothing new there, nothing going on there. Take a look at her bags, they're completely empty. So she has just gotten here, and basically I'm emphasizing that just to show you how extremely early in the game you can start your way into crafting. So this is just her first adventure quest. She's not going to kill anything. She's just going to run over here and report in, which technically will be her second quest. And then her third quest is what's going to get her started into the area of crafting. Which starts with harvesting. So this is the harvesting and collections trainer.
Hello.
So I also pick up the quest from him, so I am going to go through that series of interactions with him. Harvestables are natural resources that can be found around most parts of the outdoors. You have harvesting skills that allow you to collect them. These can be seen by opening your character window by clicking the letter C and then clicking on the skills tab and selecting the general skills. Rocks increase mining, logs increase foresting, dens increase trapping, fish increase fishing, and shrubs increase gathering. So let's take a quick look at that. So this is our character tab. Accessed it by pressing C, went to skills. Notice that we start on the adventure skills tab. Later on another tab is going to be added here, but again she's right smack at the very beginning. So in general, she's already at top level proficiency for her level, which is level 1 in fishing, foresting, gathering, mining, transmuting, and trapping. And I will talk about transmuting in a later video, but I am going to have her do that particular skill because it pays to do that skill as early as possible. So she's already at 5 of 5. One of the nice things, if you want to actually only focus on maybe 1 or 2 crafting skills, or you only want one toon and therefore only want to do one area of crafting, you want to increase your adventure level, because with your adventure level your harvesting cap increases by 5 each time. So right now I am at cap, so if I went and I harvested something right now and there were things around that I could have harvested, it wouldn't do me any good as far as increasing my level cap. And there's a reason why you want to do that, and she's going to ask that question momentarily. The items found through harvesting are the basic building blocks of trade skills. They cannot be sold to vendors, but they can be traded or sold to other players who need them for their respective trade skill professions. Now, as far as the selling them to other players, that of course is basically done through EQ2's equivalent of the auction house, which is brokers. And of course, if you have guildmates or friends that play along with you, you of course can just trade things as you need them there. So then she asks, why do I need to increase my harvesting skills? So as soon as we actually pick up the quest, he will answer that. The skills required to harvest in a given area increases along with the difficulty of the area. If you find that you are unable to harvest in an area, you should return to the less difficult area and practice. And that has to do, again, with the skill levels. So right now I am in a low level area, I'm fine. If I were to go to, say, a higher level area, even if I could survive just by dodging people, enemies in that area, I wouldn't be able to harvest them because I just don't have the proficiency in that area yet. So that is my first crafting related quest, learning to harvest. And since I picked up that quest, I now have a new bag. And this is the Meager Harvesting Bag. It is a 12 slot bag, and it is solely for collecting harvestables. So I am going to pick it up and move it. Normally you can just switch them out without having to pick one up and put another one in, but for some reason that doesn't seem to work all the time with Meager Harvesting Bags, so no biggie. And now we are ready to go about harvesting. Now, like I said, if I went and harvested things right now, that would not be to my benefit because I'm already at max cap. So I'm going to stop the video pretty much here and go and get a few levels up on my adventure level, and then come back and start actually doing the crafting, or not the crafting, start doing the harvesting, so that you can see some of that in action. And then you'll also see me pick up some more crafting related quests. One or two, I think two of them actually come in the mail right away. A third one comes along later, and then I'll be able to pick up another actual crafting quest right in this area once I get through picking up all the harvestables. So there is a lot more to come. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend. Hope that you enjoy this series of videos as much as I am going to enjoy playing away in EverQuest 2. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.